Welcome back. Welcome back. Me and Slim are here. Quick rapid fire video, 10 minutes in season tournament, Friday, November 10th. Recap every single game in 10 minutes. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off with Philly and Detroit, 114-106. Philly wins. Philly was down a lot big early, came back in. Joel Embiid had a crazy good third quarter and brought him back, and they eventually ended up winning. Maxey looks great, 29, 6, and 11. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
That's crazy.
I'm
Philly,
glad they
Philly,
gave him the reins.
yeah, Philly has showed that getting rid of James Harden has been overall beneficial for them, in regards to that trade. And Nick Nurse is doing a fine job as head coach. Shout out to Nick Nurse. Tyrese Maxey is playing elite level ball, how we always knew that he has been capable of. But shout out to Detroit. I know Cade Cunningham has been healthy and playing really well. And the fact that they, kind of had it as a close game, shows the competition that Detroit is able to play with. Just needs a little bit
Yeah.
more time to, flourish and work and grow.
Playing competitive games. And I think that's what you really wanted from the Pistons coming into the season. And especially if you can compete with a top 6 team in the NBA, like by all means, you'd like to see that translate to a little more wins down the stretch. But I mean, they're a young team. Jalen Duren's 19 and he's their second best player. Like, this is, but Asar Thompson's played great. Like,
100.
he's in top 5 in blocks as a rookie, crazy. But yeah, I mean, really good game. I watched a decent amount of it because I had bets on Embiid. So another game not as really interesting. Battle of the Bums, I would say. Charlotte and Washington, 124-117. Charlotte takes the win. Basically, just good games by Mark Williams, Gordon Hayward, and LaMelo Ball, and Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole combined shot 13 of 31. So yeah,
What?
So like, I mean, you can't really win many games like that. But
Not
I
at
mean,
all.
I wasn't high on either of these teams coming in. I was the only reason I would watch either of them is just to see one Brandon Miller for the Hornets and LaMelo, see how that works out, and then Washington. Just honestly, not even watch them, just for clips purposes, like Jordan Poole's random highlight of the day, literally.
Yeah. And so for me, I believe in the trio that is obviously going to need some work in Washington and maybe just a little bit more of some head coaching experience that can, maybe do better for them. But I don't mind Charlotte. I think Charlotte could be a dark horse team in the East to make it to the play-in or at least make it to the first round in the playoffs with what they have. I
Without Miles Bridges, there's no way.
That's what I'm saying. Miles, I don't know if Miles is going to come back this season, but I noticed that Gordon Hayward is a bucket. The Hawks played them on the first night. Gordon Hayward lit us up. I like PJ Washington, JT Thor, LaMelo. I think that he is learning how to. I think he's sporadic just because he's always known he's a star. He knows that he can shoot well. And he's used to playing at that pace and at that speed, which is kind of reckless, kind of like I said, sporadic. But when he sets his feet and takes his shots, he can facilitate for his team. He makes those shots, and that's what helps them win games. So shout out to Charlotte.
Yeah, moving on to the next one. We got Brooklyn, Boston, 107-121. Boston wins. Not really much to say on this game. Cam Thomas got hurt last game, so he's sprained ankle. He's out for 1 to 2 weeks, I think they said. Clax isn't there. The Nets they're a 500 basketball team. I know Finn's going to be mad at me when I say that, but
Sheesh.
they're going to beat some good teams, they're going to lose to some bad teams, and they're going to lose to some good teams and lose to some
100.
bad teams. Like, that's just how the Nets are going to be this year. But a little kind of thing, Trent Watford, Cam Thomas's teammate from college, they hoop eerily similar. They both just love scoring the basketball. So that was good to watch. But Boston gets back on track after dropping 2 in a row. That was shocking to me because I thought they had a really good chance to be a 70-win team because that's how good I felt like they are. But I did a film breakdown on the Timberwolves game. Go check that out if you haven't, popping up in the top right now. But their defense looked horrible in certain areas. Like, they're helping from the strong side. I don't know. We got to pick up the pace here, but go check that out. I mentioned it in that video. But next one, New Orleans, Houston. Houston, my surprise team this year. I said they were going to be decent and they're going to come out and beat some solid teams. 101, 104, Houston wins.
Jalen Green is looking great,
Great. Yeah,
and
I mean, Jalen Green's played really good ball. Sengun with 24 and 8. Fred
looks
VanVleet with 20
great.
and 8. Like, those are the kind of stuff you need. Ime Udoka is not like trying to see guys develop right now. He didn't even play Cam Whitmore or
They bumped him. I heard they're bumping him down to the G League.
I wouldn't be surprised. You got to get him reps. I'm not a G League hater. So like I just like to see guys get reps for a year, and especially like with the Rockets, because I don't know if they're going to be playoff contenders, but they're going to be a solid team, and you got to see how it goes. If they're around 500 fighting for a play-in spot, you keep the older guys in there that are going to help you win.
100.
But yeah, Men Thompson, no minutes. I don't know if he was hurt. But
Yeah,
no
he's
minutes.
hurt.
Huh?
I think his ankle. I'm pretty sure his ankle.
Yeah, but Cam Whitmore, no minutes. Interesting, but they beat a really good team in the Pelicans. We just did a video on them too, really high on the Pelicans, but CJ McCollum's out, so I don't know how much you can expect, but you do have your two best players in Zion and BI, and they played good games and wasn't enough. But moving on, the Wemby versus Anthony Edwards, 117-110, Minnesota wins. Minnesota, man, 6-2. 6-2.
Them boys are scary. And it's showing you it's my season. And we heard Paul George for the Clippers say that, and we're going to talk about the Clippers in a second. But Anthony Edwards shows up every night to win the game and has the energy to win the game. Shows up with the energy to win the game, which is big because you got a lot of players who are the stars of their team but don't carry that energy that allows the team to push forward and execute. And that's what Anthony Edwards does, not only on offense, but on defense. But specifically, I don't know if you saw that shot from the top of the key, man. Wemby couldn't do nothing about it. He said, I'm going to knock this down. Shout out to A-Town. Shout out to the Dogs. Dogs play Ole Miss today. Go Dogs. But go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, Anthony Edwards beefs. Victor Wembanyama also had a really good game. Spurs are in, like, they always go down and they make a late push to make these games look closer than they are. They're still a bad basketball team. I'm sorry. They're just not. They're not good. But
Sure.
they're fun to watch. I've watched way more Spurs games this year already than I did all of last year. So
because they're televised. But
yeah, true. But this game I'm just gonna speak on Utah, Memphis, 127-121. Both these teams stink. I'm waiting for Ja to get back, and Jaren Jackson got ejected. Refs apparently were bad. That's
JC put Bismack Biyombo in a headlock, took him down with the jam.
Yeah, that was tough. Another game not going to talk much about. OKC Sacramento 98-105. Sacramento takes the win. Shea went off. Too many turnovers by the Thunder. You lose the game. Pretty simple as that. Then we got Clippers, Dallas 126-144. Dallas with an ass whooping. Luka 44 points. Kyrie with his season high 27, I believe.
You can't stop him. There's nothing that you can do when those specifically Luka, and I think that Kyrie is
17 of 21 from Luka from the floor today or last night.
That's sick. That's
insane.
Sick. That's sick, man. Luka magic. That's it.
He missed one shot inside the arc. Like it's insane. But yeah, no, I mean Luka's a different freaking breed. But yeah, the Mavericks look good, man. They're 7-2. Like they're a good basketball team. You were very low on them coming in, 100. And I'm back on this train here. I love Luka, and Kyrie's the reason I enjoy basketball. So,
and part of the reason why I was so low before we move on is I wasn't sure how Jason Kidd was gonna implement Derek Lively. I believed in the rookie, knew that he was aggressive. Was excited to see how he plays on the floor with the guys, and I think because he has the team anchored with his aggression to the basket, getting boards and, putbacks and everything that he does. I think that really allows them to be a great team when you have elite scorers like Luka and Kyrie, and Derek Lively, I feel like holds that down. But yeah.
Yeah. And then last game of the night, Lakers, Phoenix. Lakers take game 1 of the in-season tournament. Crazy game. LeBron went off. Cam Reddish with the game basically sealing shot, and the interview with LeBron. I trust my teammates. All you fake basketball savants don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, what? And I'm glad because Phoenix, first of all, without Book, it would, with Book, it would have been a different story. But second quarter, I hit the TOT group. I said, man, King James finna pop out tonight just because LeBron gets in that mode where he's like, bruh, I'm the king. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I need to do to win. And he put that shoulder down and he get into the basket. Man, and a lot of these cats be fouling him and he be ready to yam on him. But really puts his teammates in the best positions possible for them to execute, throwing lobs to AD and looking out for Cam Reddish just because Cam Reddish missed a big time shot that was going to win them the game the other night in the corner on the left side, I'm pretty sure. And then Phoenix kept leaving him open on that side. Nobody closing out, nobody trying to stop him just because they want him to shoot that shot thinking that he's going to miss. But that's why I've been telling you at TOT, man, check out our Lakers video from the summer. Shout out to Jelani. Had Jelani on talking about the cat, talking about how Cam is that guy. And people just need to take that time to appreciate him. And LeBron is going to do what he needs to do in order to win games. So I think the Lakers are going to start to snowball into winning some games.
Yeah, Cam Reddish, 17 points, 5 of 10, 5 of 8 from 3. Really good. They're a very solid team. But yeah, I mean, that's the in-season tournament. Week 2, I guess you could call it, day 2, whatever. Recap. We'll be back on Tuesday, I believe. We start getting games on Tuesday now, so go check those out. But we'll be recapping all those too. So like, comment, subscribe, 12 minutes, and peace.